This question was sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Jay in San Antonio. Another popular topic here, Jim. I'm sure you've heard by now about Vince and company shortening Matt Riddle's name to simply Riddle. Does Riddle pass the name test? Sounds like an idea for a gimmick Jim Herd would have had for you in 1990.
Oh, no, it doesn't pass any name test. It's not even a full name. I don't understand. I don't know what to say about why they've just had him on television for what, the past 2 years? Easily? And suddenly he doesn't have the first name that he's always had. And why wouldn't he have that name? And why would you just call someone Riddle? Unless they're going to add the R and go ahead and have him redo fucking, Frank Gorshin's part. Did he piss somebody off again? Why are they sabotaging him?
One theory I heard, and I don't know how legitimate it is that due to the fact that he is right now in the midst of a little bit of a scandal, that someone could Google his name and see Matt Riddle, and one of the things that would come up is the woman that says she was sexually assaulted by him, that maybe to prevent people from Googling his name, they just got rid of his first name. Again, it's a theory. I don't know how based in reality it is.
That might work if he hadn't been on television for the last 2 years as Matt Riddle. They already know what his fucking name is. And if they give a shit enough to find out, they already know about the whole fucking fiasco to begin with. Well, it's not like they're going to hide something at this point. And if the guy's not guilty and he has been being harassed, then you change his name. That looks shady. And if you don't believe the guy's not guilty, then fucking fire him. But it doesn't make any sense to just fucking start not even changing people's names when everybody knows what they are, but giving them either stupid or partial names. How does that help anything? If, send a guy home for a fucking year, people forget about it. If you want to do that, instead of just, we'll just fucking drop Matt. We'll just drop his first name and nobody will ever know it's the same guy on the internet. What?
Are you surprised they haven't had him start saying yet, riddle me this, riddle me that, at the beginning of all his promos?
Well, yes, except he's probably so stoned all the time. They tell him to, and he doesn't remember. He's been a hard slog for me to like anyway, because I know he's got the legitimate background and he's been in certain things that we liked parts of, but there's just the goofiness aspect to him with the whole fucking bro thing and the personality that, just the goofiness and the weird movements I believe I've mentioned that he makes in some cases. It's been a hard slog for me to like the guy, but he's done some good. He was in the, what'd they call it? The fight pit match, right?
That was great.
We loved that. That was great. He didn't do a lot of his goofy shaking and shimmying, but his promos are just lackadaisical is too emotional a word for his fucking promos. So I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, Jim, this has happened before. It happened to Cesaro. It happened to Rusev. It's happened to so many different guys. Now
it happened to Cher. It happened to Liberace.
Would you like to take a bet on who do you think it'll happen to next in the world of WWE?
You know what? I'll tell you what.
I'm 2 for 2 today.
I have been hearing that a lot of the cult of Cornette listeners out there have been making big bucks with our friends at MyBookie. And I understand that Charlie from Starkville has moved into a brand new double wide just because of the success. No, I'm not trying to swerve you around. This is true. Charlie moved into a brand new double wide and he got him a 57 Chevy, all tricked out and customized, and it's got one of those dogs hanging from the rear view mirror with a head that goes boop, 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 all with the money that he has won placing bets with our friends at MyBookie. Charlie from Starkville is farting through silk. And you will be too, folks. Whether it's NFL action, college ball, whether it's UFC cards, the presidential prop bets, get in while you fit in on that one, because hopefully after tomorrow we'll know, because it'll be a blowout and the world will be safe for democracy. Folks, whatever you want to bet on, go to the folks at MyBookie. They offer action on everything from championship futures to NFL in-game live betting. Congratulations, by the way, to the people we've been hearing that cashed in on the generous early season odds on the Lakers. I understand they just won a big basketball game. You know, I don't follow these things, but folks,
they won the championship.
Well, good for them. They deserve it as hard as they've worked, and they're fine young men. All of them. I don't know any of their names.
LeBron James.
Well, he's one of them. Folks, there's all kinds of those Lakers. You know, here's another thing. How did Minneapolis get screwed? Because the Lakers were their team. There's lakes in Minneapolis. There's no lakes in Los Angeles. They've got an ocean. That goes all the way back to the 40s when this whole thing started. And Minneapolis got screwed out of the Lakers. But anyway.
Hey, that's not as ridiculous as the Utah Jazz.
That is true. That is true.
Come on.
It was originally for New Orleans, for those of you keeping track, but Darryl Griffith played for the Utah Jazz, and boy, I tell you what, Dr. Duncanstein, I'd have bet on him with MyBookie, getting back to this spot I'm reading. Folks, you can sign up at MyBookie today, and when you do, use our promo code DRIVE to claim a deposit match dollar for dollar, all the way up to $1,000. You put in 100, they give you 100. You put in 200, they give you 200, and on and on and on, you get the drift. Folks, it's promo code DRIVE for you to claim your bonus when you make your deposit for all the bets you want to make to begin your winning season exclusively at MyBookie.